Hello everyone, Jimmy Keys here. This is the preparatory course for the Hal Lenard Method Book 1 for guitar. So what you need is the level 1 version of this. This is the complete edition that I'm going to be using. If you know you're going to stick with guitar and go, all the way, I would recommend going ahead and getting the complete edition because it's cheaper on Amazon. But if you don't know if you're going to do the whole thing yet, the Hal Lenard Method Book number 1, level 1 is all you need. You can get that on Amazon. It's like $10. This though is the complete edition. It's red. I'm going to put a little picture right here of the just the level 1 book, which is all you need. And really there's only 3 things you need for this course. Obviously the book, then a guitar, and a metronome. Let's talk about the metronomes real quick. There's a lot of different ones you can get. You can get an app on your phone. That's what I like to use a lot. I'll post a picture right here of the one that I like. It has a lot of different options. It's easy to use. It has a little light signal so you can follow if you need that visual cue. A lot of people like the old-timey looking metronomes because they swing back and forth. And if you're a visual person, that gives you a really strong visual cue of where the beat is. So that one's good too. Also, you can just get a digital one that's battery operated. They have some really cool fancy ones that got all kinds of rhythms. Salsa, reggae, cumbia, pop, dance, all of those different styles that you can do on there in different speeds. So those are great too. You can get those on Amazon or Guitar Store or anywhere. So those are great. So those are the 3 things you're gonna need. And what you're gonna need is a standard guitar. So I'm gonna go over what that is because a lot of people might not know. So what you're gonna need for this course is your standard 6-string guitar, 6 strings, and it's gonna be tuned in standard E tuning. I'll go over that in a second too, but let's just talk about the different guitars that you could have for this course. You can have an acoustic that looks like this, and acoustics are great because you can play them anywhere. They don't need to be plugged in. I also highly recommend starting with an acoustic over an electric because it requires more finger strength. Well, why is it good to start with that? Well, because if you're learning on acoustic and then switch to electric, it's gonna be so easy. The transition's gonna be like, oh my gosh, feels like cheating. Versus starting on electric and then trying to play someone's acoustic at a campfire or something, and you're like, oh, the action, why can't I push this down? The action's so high, or it doesn't feel right, or whatever. So I do recommend an acoustic. This is actually an electric acoustic. I have the option to plug this in. Here's the output here. So if you know you're gonna stick with guitar and maybe you wanna play for your church or a band or whatever, you're gonna need to plug in your acoustic. You might wanna spend a little extra money. It's like 50 extra bucks usually for, an electric acoustic versus just an acoustic. Acoustics will start around $100, $150. You can get a really good electric acoustic like this for I paid like $250 for this, almost nothing. So, and this is a great guitar. Ibanez is a great band. So there's a lot of options out there. But let's talk about electrics. Here's an electric guitar. Pros and cons. Cons, you gotta plug them in. You barely get, any sound, if it's not plugged in. So that's the con. The pros is with electric guitars, not only is the action a lot easier, it's a lot easier to play fast and learn chords when you're starting out, but you can add a lot of effects, rock effects, jazz effects, chorus, reverb. We'll go over what all that is later, but the pros to an electric is obviously you can play a lot of different styles. This is a Fender Bullet Squire, great for beginners. You can do anything with this guitar. So this is a great guitar, and it's cheap. I think it was like, I think I paid like $150 or $200 or something for this. Maybe $250, I can't remember. It is a bullet, so it's not out all the way at the bottom of Squire. You know, it's somewhere between a Squire and a Stratocaster. So it's a great starter guitar. And you know, if you're kind of worried about, you know, not being able to push the strings down and calluses and stuff, electrics are a better way to start, but it's better to do it the hard way first. So I really recommend starting with an acoustic. Here is this is kind of like a hybrid guitar because it's a hollow body, but it's electric. You still don't get much sound out of it. You get a little bit more, but this is really for when you're more advanced and you want to get a really good tone. The hollow body just makes it, the tone, when you do plug it in, makes the tone a lot better. But that is another option if you are gonna want to play something more mellow like jazz or like rock. You can have it set up for that. I like the tone of these. That's another option. So once again, you just need a 6-string guitar tuned in standard tuning. Oh yeah, what is that? What is standard tuning? Well, we're in E for standard tuning. So you're gonna tune your strings starting from the lowest to E, A, D, G, B, E. The way I like to remember that for you beginners is each string, Eddie, 8, dynamite, good, bye, Eddie. Eddie, 8, dynamite, good, bye, Eddie. E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, so you want to tune your guitar in that. You might want to go ahead and add that to the list of things you need as a guitar tuner. You can buy a digital one that takes batteries, or you can simply get an app on your phone. I'll put a picture right here of the app I use, which is Chromatic Fine Tuner. I like that one because it's really sensitive, and it's not just for guitar. You can use it for your voice, any other instrument as well. And I just find that they're a little bit more accurate, the chromatic ones. So I would recommend a chromatic tuner for your strings. And then you might want to, we're gonna learn drop D and other tunings later. So you're gonna need a tuner. So once again, get your Hal Lenard Method Book 1, your guitar, your metronome, and your tuner, and you'll be ready to go. I'm gonna go through every single page of the book and tell you everything you know for your level 1 lessons. If you like this video and if you wanna learn, you know, the rest of the book, go ahead and subscribe, that way you don't miss anything, because I'm gonna go page by page. And if you like this video and wanna learn more, please drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Any comments, if you have any questions, I'll try to get to them. And that's it. Thank you, everybody, and can't wait to start this new adventure with you. Peace out.